from the cold theaters of the world. This is Circuit Breaker. Brought to you by the entertainment site awardcircuit.com. An in-depth chat on film, television, and all the award shows that need predicting. Here's your host, Clayton Davis.
Hello, readers, and welcome to Circuit Breaker, brought to you by the entertainment website awardcircuit.com. I'm your chief owner, Clayton Davis, here today on June 14th, 2020. Time of recording is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is episode 190. Here today with Joey.
Hey.
Karen M. Peterson.
Hello.
And in the middle of a blackout, Mark Johnson.
Good morning, everybody.
Mark Johnson's power went out, so he's doing this from his phone. But it's morning, so there should be sunlight, so he shouldn't be like stumbling around in the dark, but, you know, old.
Can't guarantee anything.
Mark's always stumbling around in the dark.
Mark, when's the last time you fell?
Oh, probably yesterday at some point.
Really? Do you fall a lot?
Yeah, because I do a lot of things. Like my dog trips me all the time.
Hold on. Doing a lot of things does not just make.
I do a lot of things too, and I cannot remember the last time I fell.
No, I fall a lot. I get my kids like to jump out of nowhere and scare me and tackle me.
And you fell? No, that's pushing you down.
Yeah, okay. So if you mean fall on my own,
yes.
I don't know. I get tackled a lot in his house.
I fell, I think, 2.5 months ago. I fell down my stairs because my cat was down sitting on my stairs, and I stepped on him. And then, in order to save his life, I sacrificed my own.
Exactly.
Cats and children trying to murder people.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we had, I have to say jam-packed. It's not jammed. It's packed. There's an agenda. It's stuff. So now that it's all out now, everyone saw that Mark Johnson lost terribly last week in the first ever lead. The Whippersnappers versus the Janitors game. It was a moral defeat.
Yeah, my bad, Karen.
Something that he'll never, ever forget.
I was cracking up watching that poll and how everyone thought Ryan was the one that lost. I was just like, oh man, that's what should have happened.
Who had the most votes for who they thought would win?
You had an early lead, and then there was a three-way tie for a while.
Tie. Yeah, okay.
It was basically just not Ryan.
Great.
Well, there you go.
And that's where we are.
I maintain that he got the easy questions, and that's why. I mean, I knew everything that he got.
Joey literally got the same movie twice.
He did. That's true.
Yeah. We had to give some kind of advantage to the Whippersnappers, I think, right?
I think the advantage was cognitive ability.
Karen and I had both age and beauty, and we had to give you something. So.
Oh, wow.
The right answers? Because you didn't have them, Mark.
I did not have them. I did not.
Yeah.
And the mistake I made was I kept answering in the round where you lose points because I'm just not used to that.
Yep.
You're not used to losing points?
I know. Mark had this thing where he liked to be loud and wrong. Go figure.
I play Jeopardy. I watch Jeopardy almost every night, and I don't. When we're keeping score, we don't have if you get it wrong, you lose a point. So I'm just used to always taking some kind of guess.
Eats his children when they're wrong.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a different story. But so I just couldn't shut up when it came to that round. I'm like, God damn it, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. I pulled up the poll, so I assume no one's voted in a couple days. We have final votes.
Okay.
6 for Ryan, 10 for Karen, 15 for me, 16 for Mark.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, readers.
Rude.
Yeah.
I'll get them next time.
Well, Karen, you are a woman. You can't win. You can't possibly win, right?
And more importantly, you were paired with Mark. So
I know. Yeah. And I think you finished third, which is where they have you. So. I just want everyone to know that they just swept Ryan and I.
Readers, I just want to point something out. That poll went from minority to white. from bottom to top. I just want everyone to know that it went from Mexican to woman to Jewish to white, just like that. And this may be an unconscious bias, and maybe we should watch a CNN special on this. Just pointing out that's what happened there, and it was actually the reverse. So
when Mark samples his DNA, it doesn't give a breakdown of countries. It just says white, like Colin Robinson.
His blood is actually milk.
Mark is also like Greek, so that's like I have a lot of Greek friends that just don't consider themselves white. They're Greek, even though
that's what I would say when I'm asked.
You're something separate. It's just something separate.
Your name is Mark Johnson. No.
Yeah, that is true.
Well,
more importantly,
it was Yiannopoulos.
Was it really?
Yeah, when my great grandma came over, her name was Frida Yiannopoulos, and they changed it.
Johnson.
If you've seen The Godfather 2, his name is Antonolia or whatever, and they changed it to the city he's from.
All right, just want everyone to know that is your obligatory Godfather reference from Mark Johnson. Looks like now. Mark, when you saw Godfather? Have you seen it recently?
No, it's been a few years.
Yeah, you should probably watch it. I think your body is. When your body's like yearning for thirst, and I think your body's something here.
I need to listen to it.
Yeah, just watch it. Got 1 and 2, not 3. All right. Before we get into some games and some other stuff, we can actually talk some movies because movies.
Yeah, it was almost a movie week.
Almost a movie week. Yeah, I saw 2.
I saw 3 like high-profile releases.
Oh wow.
Starting with The Five Bloods, from Spike Lee.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back, Delroy Lindo.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Good man. Think he's going to be campaign lead, and I hate it. Oh, he is. He is.
No, it's not a winning strategy, but it's probably right.
I think he'd still get nominated in lead, though. I think he'd totally still get nominated. I mean, he could still, in theory, win. It depends. It will depend what the hell's coming down the pipe. But and guys, there's a lot of open road left. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yes, but we have no idea.
But a supporting run, oh my God, I could see him just like J.K. Simmonsing this shit all year.
But it's not a supporting role.
I know it's not. No, it's the right thing to do for him to go lead. But listen, I think it would also be contingent on how big Mank is, and then I could see them being like, listen, maybe we should try to finagle this into supporting.
Well, I mean, they're gonna figure out what category they have a hole in and try to fill that hole.
Maybe, but I mean, last year with 4 different movies competing, they managed to get, they had 4 leading actors. They didn't try to campaign Adam Driver as supporting,
Yeah. Do you guys think? Do you think he's the only lead in the movie?
Yes.
Him and Clark Peters are the closest to leads.
Yeah, I would say it's Delroy Lindo. I feel like this is one of those cases where we've talked a lot about ensemble casts and is there a lead, is there not a lead? And I feel like this is one of those cases where it's very much an ensemble. They're all supporting each other, but
there's like a head coach.
Yes, exactly. And I think in this case, that's Delroy Lindo. You could have an entire movie that's just about him.
Yeah.
And it would work.
Can I just say that tracking break the fourth wall monologue shot is got to be like one of the great like acting things in the last like 5 to 10 years.
I was thinking about it.
I know. I was like, as it was happening, I was like, oh my God, this is something like great right now. Like you start making like mental notes. You're like, oh, I'm watching something that is pretty amazing. I need to watch it. Can I just say, so with that said, Delroy Lindo is better than the movie.
Yeah.
The movie needed one really good edit of like 30 minutes shaved off of it. I think there's a lot of, I think it's almost, I'd say the first half is where it really, really struggles. It takes a minute to get off the ground. And I think the thing about Spike Lee as a director, and a lot of these OG vets, any director, once they get into their like latter career, and Spike's kind of been in this for a bit, and
he's in the back half. It's okay.
No, well, I put him in the same boat as like a Ridley Scott. So what happens is they have their peak in life where they're like delivering like, Gladiator and Thelma and Louise, like that whole stretch. Spike had, Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X, all the way up to maybe like 25th Hour. And then they get into like this kind of like, it's a slump, but it's not a slump of like, it's just maybe they just have the free liberty to just do whatever they want now. And sometimes you need a good producer or someone to just kind of rein them in a little bit and just start narrowing their focus. And the first half of The Five Bloods is really like too expansive, I would say, for its own good, because he's really trying to establish character development and motivation between all different characters, and also establish like their relationship with one another. But almost feels at times like I get it already. I got the point. Like, I think we can get back to the story, because when they get to Vietnam, like when they actually start like digging around and stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, it took a really long time to get to this moment.
Yeah. See, I like the movie a little bit more than you, but I have the inverse. There's a definite point where I started to feel the length, but it wasn't until the landmines start coming into play. And I think some of it might even just be watching on Netflix, where you see the counter sometimes of how long you have left. And you go, oh, there's an hour left? I thought we were pretty far along. All right, I got to recalibrate.
And see, that's why I looked and I saw I was an hour in, and I was like, oh my God. So much more, because that's when I told you the first half. I was like, oh, like how long has it been already? And I was like, oh my God, there's like an hour and a half left. This is going to be like treacherous. Then it picks up.
It's funny because it's funny because for me, and I'm not always a huge fan of Spike Lee's films, but this is one that I hear the criticisms on both sides, and I do think that shaving off some of it wouldn't have. What?
No, I was saying.
You're saying there's
like
very
I hear.
on both
if I remember people.
Well, no, I hear your point, Clayton. That it's the beginning that's a little bit. Okay, but I don't know. For me, it's like, yeah, I definitely think that it could have used some shaving off at some, in some places, but I was enjoying what I was seeing so much that I didn't care. Like that whole opening section before they actually go into the jungle, I was just enjoying watching these old men hang out and talk and reminisce and catch up with each other and make their plans and everything. And I was just enjoying so much what I was seeing that I was totally caught up in it. And then everything that happens once they start on their actual journey to the, like, all the way through to the end, I was right along with them. I never even looked at the time. I was totally hooked.
Yeah. Mark, where'd you land on it?
I think I'm probably close to where you were. I think, and then Joey kind of mentioned it too, when the landmine scene, like, I thought that was the best scene in the film was, and I don't want to spoil, but just the landmine scene sequence was pretty awesome, and I was pretty gripped at that point. But from the beginning, I thought there was just a lot of cliched, kind of cheesy things, like there's a reveal that somebody has a daughter, maybe we can say that. I don't know if that's too spoilery, but I thought that came off really kind of cheesy and whatnot. But Delroy was fantastic. I've always liked Delroy, and I think everybody does, and he was really awesome. Good return to form.
Yeah, and, I was mad. Yep. I was mad at that scene, by the way, until they came back to it later. Because at the like once that happened, then we were like, that was like what, like minute 20, And then, 2 hours in, I was like, wow, that other scene was for nothing. And then it wasn't. And I was like, okay, it's fine now then.
Yeah, but it didn't really do anything with the end of it, though. I mean, it was.
It comes back a little bit.
It does. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's kind of a. Yeah, but I
it's important for that character. It may not be like overall in the scheme of the movie, but you know what? I think I liked about this more than maybe I was expecting to. I thought I was going to like it, but I'm closer to Karen on Spike Lee. Like I have 3 or 4 that I really like, a couple that I'm okay on, and then a lot of times I think there's missed opportunities. This one and BlacKkKlansman are really good examples of he figured out a way to be just as angry and as timely, as important as he wants to be when he's making films that are about social issues, about civil rights, about unrest, but frame them within an entertaining genre movie so he can get his message across to more people. Like some filmmakers can't do that. He's figured out a way recently to do it extraordinarily well, where he's almost like sneaking in the message. Like Bamboozled is never going to be, but BlacKkKlansman won him an Oscar. Clearly is for more people. The Five Bloods is probably going to be his most seen movie. He's figured out a way to still be him, but to tell a more sort of wider ranging story. And it's just interesting to see, because like Clayton said, filmmakers at this point are kind of set in their ways, but there is kind of an angle he's taking that's a little different now.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I knew this already, and I'm glad some people are just discovering him. But Jonathan Majors, my Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, keep it on, brother.
Yeah, I love him. He's great in Hostiles too.
Yes, and that is my discovery of him.
Yeah.
And everyone's always like, Last Black Man in San Francisco. I was like, no. There were stuff
7 people
before
for
that.
Hostiles.
No, Hostiles is.
Hostiles, he is.
Yeah, that bed scene is.
Yeah, it's one of the best scenes of the movie.
Yep.
And already fucking amazing movie.
Yep.
So yeah. And then listen, I think Chadwick does very good as well. It's just that
he's a symbol more than a character.
Yeah, and I think that
which
does
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It also makes him for Chadwick Boseman, the actor, I think it afforded him an opportunity of thespian stretch, if you will, that he hasn't really done yet in his career because he's been so on the, superhero. And then when you're not a superhero, you're still like a superhero symbol, but you're human, ergo Marshall or something like that. Jackie Robinson. Yeah. So I think this gave him a nice, like, change of pace. And like, I mean, even in the, like, weirdest thing, I think like his line delivery of like "I love you, blood," like was such a good arc for him, and I thought he was great as well. And I think Senator Clayton Davis saying she was everything that I asked for in the revival of everyone telling me that now for the next 5 years. Thank you, Spike Lee.
This is just a great example of also the people he uses in smaller roles, like Isaiah Whitlock Jr. and like Clark Peters, getting bigger roles. Like he's showcasing the people that he's been showcasing for years. That was also just cool to see.
It was also good to not see Paul Walter Hauser as a bumbling idiot and like see him like as just kind of genuine good person.
Yeah, that's the same extent. It's like, here's someone I've used. I just want him in the movie. Like I just want him in the movies. Same with the other dude from BlacKkKlansman who shows up. Just like
Jasper Paco.
Yeah, I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah. Can we also just talk about the realization that Jean Reno is old?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That snuck
when
up
did
on
that
me.
happen?
I don't know. It snuck up on me. I was like, whoa, Jean Reno, what happened to you, sir?
I didn't even know he was in the movie, and then just all of a sudden,
I looked at him, I was like, you're not the Jean Reno from Godzilla.
I have his age. How old do you think he is?
He's got to be like 70, close to 70, right?
I think he's like 60.
All right, Mark, you want to try?
For Reno, for that guy?
Yeah, because Godzilla, he was like in his mid-40s, and that's like 98, so he's got to be like 68 or something.
67, what the hell?
Clayton wins, 71.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was like,
he
he
looks his age.
Yeah. A French man. Just whatever. So The Five Bloods now streaming on Netflix. Go and watch it. And then the other film was The King of Staten Island. And Judd Apatow's best movie by miles. By miles. I think his most mature writing he's ever done. And maybe it's because he wrote with someone else on this, like Pete Davidson, that had such a close connection to the material. It still suffered from the Judd Apatow isms of your movie's a tad too long, and it could have shaved off maybe 15 minutes in parts. But this was the Judd Apatow movie that I feel like I've been waiting for. This felt like his David O. Russell crossover.
Yeah, I can see that.
From quirky to like, oh, I actually have something with substance.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And I love that I was reading one of his interviews that the opening scene was in the middle of the movie initially. And I love that that's how the movie starts. Just like dropping you into his world without a laugh. Yeah. To be like, oh no, there's something else going on here. Yeah. But yeah, he's made funnier movies. He's made more overtly serious movies, but this is the combination. This is the mixture that I think plays to his strengths best. Like visually, it's his best movie. There's a lot going on here that I really loved.
Karen, did you see it yet?
I couldn't bring myself to rent a Pete Davidson movie for $20.
Right.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let me know when it's streaming for free.
Yeah. Mark, did you see it?
No.
Two people tell you it's a filmmaker whose movies you've enjoyed in the past. Best film.
Well, doesn't mean that they enjoyed it in the past.
I'm also not a huge Judd Apatow fan.
Yeah,
so
same.
Yeah, listen, I think for me, Judd Apatow's good movies end kind of at 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like,
well,
and I think
directed or produced.
Directed movie.
I didn't even like 40-Year-Old Virgin.
See,
so.
I
just rewatched that this week, and it wasn't as good as I remembered it.
It might be super dated.
Yeah, it was pretty weak.
It's like a bad episode of Saturday Night Live where they hit the punchline and then they keep going.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I think Judd Apatow's best directed film is?
You're gonna say Knocked Up.
I know what he's gonna say. I know.
Oh, go ahead, Joey. Do it.
No, you can do it. I know I'm right, so just do it. It's fine.
It's a musical documentary called May It Last, which is a portrait of the Avett Brothers. So just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
The greatest band in the world.
Yeah,
it's a nice documentary, Mark. I'll give you that.
It is. It's really good.
And looking at his features, like 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Funny People, This Is 40, Trainwreck, like 40-Year-Old Virgin was his like pinnacle of that grouping.
I don't like any of
his
those.
Second best.
And Knocked Up.
Trainwreck is okay. That's the only one that I like.
Trainwreck.
But that's the thing. He's always had good moments of his movies, but they never like I think 40-Year-Old Virgin for me actually like almost hits like well between the serious and the comedic. And again, I haven't seen it in a long time, so it might be super dated now. I don't feel this way anymore. But I like Knocked Up was always a little overrated, and it hasn't aged well in my head. Yeah, I don't like Funny People. I think Funny People is probably his worst.
No, This Is 40 is his worst.
It was bad. Yeah, This Is 40 was bad.
This Is 40 is doesn't really do much of anything. Trainwreck, I think that's
his best.
There's moments of I think obviously Brie Larson being the best part of it, and then I think there are I think it's a good theme to explore, but then he bloats it up and like it kind of goes off the rails. But this feels like his most put together effort.
Did you
ever see, also trying to do something different?
Did you ever see what?
See the show Crashing on HBO?
Yes.
I love that. I think he did a couple of those.
Yeah, he did that. He did Girls.
He did 2 episodes. Yeah, and Girls is
Girls
awful.
Too?
Yeah, well, he was a producer of Girls.
He was a producer / creator on both those shows.
Girls is...
That's a series. I need I need to go back. Oh, is it really? I thought it was really good.
I hate Girl.
I liked it for a while, and then I fell off of it. And then
I liked the first 3 episodes, and then it gets so bad so fast.
Oh,
yeah,
I've never seen it, but I've only heard good things.
There's peaks and valleys.
Yeah, it's good to see Adam Driver just walk around in his underwear a lot.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go back and watch it, because I love Driver.
If you're into that.
There you
go. But yeah, so listen, I don't think it's going to be for everyone, as all Judd Apatow movies typically are. But I think going the streaming route may have offered a possibility to get into a larger audience that he may have failed, where he wouldn't have had the opportunity in other times.
I mean, big, but not big budget, but like mainstream, tentpole comedies are hit or miss recently. So yeah, I'm sure it probably financially is going to end up doing better than it would have otherwise. You don't know. Could have been a hit.
Yeah.
Trainwreck did really well. But if you look at like the last couple of years, the like $100 million comedy is hard to come by. And this might be it going, $20 at a time.
Yeah. Just interesting thing on what Mark said. Trainwreck does have a higher RT score than this, as does 40-Year-Old Virgin. And Knocked Up. Knocked Up has a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I can get an argument from me.
Funny People at 69. This is 40 at 52. That's his lowest rated movie.
Yeah, God. That was so bad.
Yeah. No, it's fair. It's the one where he thinks he has more to say than he does.
This is 40 was when it's almost like the last King of Scotland, the King of Staten Island.
Yeah, same thing.
Before like he was like, oh, I have something to say about being 40, and then it was like, no, you don't. And then this was like, I have something to say about like, a certain part of New York with a very touching subject. And yeah, you did now. So thank you for that. But it's also because he wrote it with other people. Like, this is 40. He writes by himself. And then it's like, no. So this thing, I think Apatow needs other bodies in the writing room with him.
It's possible. He wrote 40-Year-Old Virgin with Steve Carell. Amy Schumer wrote Trainwreck. There might be something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is 40. And I said this is 40. I have all his movies in front of me. King of Staten Island now streaming on.
This is 26 or whatever, however old Pete Davidson is in the movie.
24 in the movie.
24. Yeah, that made me feel old.
Yeah. He's like 27 now, isn't he?
I think so. He's definitely young.
Yeah, because he was 21 when he started. He was 21 when he started at SNL.
Yeah. Wasn't he the youngest SNL member or close to it?
Ever. Yeah, he was the youngest one ever.
Yeah.
So there's that. What else did you guys watch this week? Anything else?
I saw Artemis Fowl, which is one of the worst movies of the year.
I know.
I did not watch that.
I was going to watch that today with the kids.
Well, it's inept, so enjoy that.
Great.
It's like so edited to the point of not knowing what's going on, and they then keep telling you what's going on, and you keep not understanding. And you keep wanting Josh Gad and Judi Dench to clear their damn throats because they're doing like weird accents. It's weird. It's terrible. And I also saw The Outpost, which is pretty good.
Okay.
That's next month.
I revisited. I'm doing, like I mentioned, the best of the aughts, and I revisited 40-Year-Old Virgin, History of Violence, About Schmidt, 21 Grams, The Hours, and Finding Neverland.
How is History of Violence?
I still think it has a lot more potential than Execution. I think there's a lot of really cheesy and really bad acting from, like, especially the kids in it. Like his son and that whole situation that's going on at his high school with the bullying.
Aww.
Like I know, but it's so mind-numbingly bad. But there's so many other parts in it that are great. So it's such a weird mix of I love it, but it's also really cheesy at times.
Got it.
The one that really jumped out to me that I liked even more than because a lot of these I'm kind of like that's not as good as I remember. But Finding Neverland was really good. And that's
really?
Oh,
the score.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
it's good.
It's very cookie. It's very the score is great. It's very cookie cutter.
It is, yeah.
But it does its job.
And I think that's. I mean, I'm sure that's already well known. But I think what's his name, Freddie Highmore.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right? Yeah, that's got to be one of the best child performances ever.
No Oscar nomination.
Just amazing. Yep.
Instead, we said Alan Alda. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jesus. Ugh.
Yeah.
No. 21 Grams was. I like that a little bit more than before too.
It's great.
Yeah,
I hate that
yeah.
people hate it.
But Benicio del Toro is amazing in that.
Yes. Yeah, he's the best part about it.
Amazing. Yeah,
I always thought he was way better than Naomi. Like I know Naomi Watts was kind of like everyone's like.
Watts is very. Yeah, she's great too. They're all good, but he's pretty exceptional, I thought. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun going back to some of these and changing my mind one way or the other. But
there's no fun in baseball.
Right?
Yep.
There's no baseball, in fact.
There's no baseball. That's why I'm revisiting.
I watched
the
MLB draft for 6 hours because I'm a sad person.
I watched the first 10 picks, I think.
They have like little 5-second clips of them doing baseball, and I was like, "Ooh, baseball!"
Yeah, it's nice.
And then that was it.
Yep.
I watched Mother for the first time this week.
Really?
Not
That's
Ooh.
the Bong Joon-ho one, not
I love
She knew what she was doing.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother was good.
Well, I
What'd you
started
think?
to say the Bong Joon-ho one, and everyone was like, "What?"
It's like, oh my God.
Well, because I knew
for our hour discussion of Mother again.
I thought you were gonna come back and be like, "That was the fucking worst thing ever."
Well, no,
Oh,
because
yeah, I
I
was
said that
waiting.
when I watched it a couple years ago when it came
Yeah.
out. But Bong Joon-ho's version, or not version, but movie with the same name, but no exclamation point, is good.
Yeah,
Really good.
the woman who plays Mother I thought was really awesome.
She's so good.
I
Oh my
can't remember
gosh.
her name.
I could look it up, but
It's Ja Kim. I'm gonna totally butcher that, but
Yeah, she's so good.
HYEJA.
man,
Yeah, it's a good one.
it was, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to finally see, because I've even before Parasite, I had seen like half of his movies, I think. So I'm trying to find the ones that I haven't seen. So I only have Barking Dogs Don't Bite, which I think is still on Hulu, and Memories of Murder.
Wow. That's pretty good. I haven't seen most of his, I don't think. Well, he's got a few shorts, I guess, in this list, but yeah, most of these I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Do you like Okja, though?
This Okja.
I like Okja.
I love Okja.
It's only me and you, Mark. That's it.
Really?
I wish, like, I am not a fan of Jake Gyllenhaal, but I like him in movies, in roles like Okja, because I think they play to his strength as an overactor.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely overacting in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a fan of it. I thought Tilda was great too, as always.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we get into the games, Oscar predictions did start on the site. They're there.
I saw that.
I know.
So how are you basing it on what we currently know is still coming, or
What we currently hope is still coming, you mean?
Yeah. What we know
what we
or
currently
think
know is
or
not coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff that I know definitely has not moved out yet.
So did you do it before you saw the Five Blood, or after?
I did it. I saw the Five Bloods when I
And
updated
then you did it.
And then, I updated it when I did it.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't have the Five Bloods in my it's number 19. It could do obviously a lot better than that, but and I had Delroy Lindo in supporting actor as number 2. But I'm gonna have to add him to lead also, because unless it gets confirmed, and there's still a lot of road left, you never know.
I would say, and I didn't like the movie entirely. Like, I'd be probably in the 2.5 star range.
Yeah, that's right too.
But I would tell you, like, the Oscars a lot of times are a zeitgeist, or they capture the period. And man, I don't know, that could make a play if there's enough passion behind Spike Lee. And
yeah, and what the other choices are, there's not going to be, if there's not a lot of choices, then, or not even that there are a lot of choices, it's going to be like what people have seen. And is going to be one of the more widely seen stuff. We don't know we're going to be in October and November and December,
Right.
and it's just going to be something that keeps popping up, and it depends on what the accessibility is for certain.
Well, you also could have a scenario where there isn't a traditional festival season. There's no festival buzz per se to push.
You're going to have to go on what you actually saw.
Yeah, you're going to have to actually go look for things if you want to see something. So yeah, something like this could overperform is the wrong word, but due to its maximum potential, because it'll be one of the things people have seen and talked about.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that probably hurts it is if there is no Oscars and they do a combined 2020, 2021.
Yeah, I think I am really coming to the fact is there's going to be an Oscars.
Yeah.
The fact that they made the announcement this week and said that the 21 year would be the 94th Oscars or whatever it was, I was like, okay, they're not skipping numbers.
Yeah.
No,
so this is still a good sign.
They might move the month a little bit if they need to.
I don't even think they're going to move.
I think they're just going to have. They're going to have whatever's eligible will do it.
I think they're going to pull the Band-Aid and just say fuck it, like just do it. Listen,
that story that was going around about how they were talking about it. It's like, well, sure, everybody's talking about it.
There was definitely a conversation about it, and I think there was a real listen. And I think right now today, like they're going to power through. Again, we don't know what the fall's going to bring, and like if everything shuts down again, then we'll have to come to that really sad state of like what do they do? But I think listen, if it's like 100 movies that are eligible, then
there already are 100 movies eligible.
Yeah,
no.
I've seen almost 200.
Yeah, well, I'm like if they're just like 100 movies that are eligible or whatever, and then they're just like, yep, that's where we're gonna choose them. That's our pool, and that's gonna be it. Well, like my theory will still exist of the same reason why we're not gonna get baseball. Whoever wins is gonna have the asterisk next to their name for all time, and be like, you're the best picture winner during the pandemic. Congratulations, Dune, and just be like, whatever, and just like go along with it. You know,
maybe this is Nolan's best chance then.
I mean, probably. This is actually. I swear to God, this is actually probably Pixar's best chance.
Yeah, maybe.
Soul would like this could be every non-conventional thing needs to just shove it like through everything, because I swear to God, this is where you can get a Soul, a Tenet, like a Dune, like just a Palm Springs, for God's sake, like whatever, just do it and just see what happens. So yeah, on the list for Best Picture, and we're not. So for readers, the news was straight 10 starting in 2022, not 2021. Which just do it now.
I know.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But now there's gonna be so little films like, oh, we have to come up with 10. There were no movies. Yeah. So whatever. So it's funny, the sliding scale, like it's going to go out probably on like a field of like 6.
I hope the sliding scale goes out on 10 just so they're like, oops.
Yeah, that would be
because you can have 10 with a bad year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, on here from 1 to 10, Nomadland, even though who knows.
You're hanging on to that one.
I'm hanging on to it, Mank in the number 2 spot, Ammonite coming to 3, then Dune, Trial of the Chicago 7, Soul, Tenet, The French Dispatch, Hillbilly Elegy, and Stillwater. That's my 10. Annette is my 11. I think that's moving out though, because I'm pretty sure that's. Is it official?
I think forget who I was talking to or read that. Yeah, it's planned for next year.
Well, the plan was the reason why it wasn't on the Cannes list because they were hoping for a 2021 bow, and that's why it wasn't on the Cannes list. So that's where people are thinking, oh, it's next year, but no one said anything on it yet. Maybe. So that's why it's West Side Story is 12, and it probably should be higher because I'm thinking that's going to be a good go-to for people, like depending on where.
I think swapping that with Dune might have been a smart play.
No, I think Dune's going to be a big
flop. You're right.
Player.
Yep.
It's not going to be. Why is it a big flop?
Because it's not material that people. I don't know what people think they're going to be watching.
It has a hardcore fan base that will love it,
Yep.
and a whole lot of other people who are just gonna be like, nah.
Listen,
Exactly.
I'd argue that Blade Runner first one is not good, and he made me like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
2049.
Yeah, but the first Blade Runner is a beloved movie, whether you like it or not, and I don't like it either.
I would think
I'm not
I put Dune almost in that same boat as
no.
Blade Runner.
Dune is a notorious
That's-
failure.
You are correct.
I think
Dune is a notorious flop. That's
as-
almost ironically liked by people.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. Listen, Denis Villeneuve, he's gonna do his magic. I'm
he's
ready
going to
for
make
it.
the version
I
I'm going to
hope.
dislike the least, but I would be shocked if it's a big hit.
Then we have Come On, the Mike Mills movie.
Mhm.
The Father, with Anthony Hopkins. Palm Springs. It's number 15. Listen,
I think it's weird that you have some of these movies above The Five Bloods. I'm just gonna say.
listen.
Or
'cause-
like A Promising Young Woman.
Yeah. Netflix has a movie, The White Tiger, that's supposed to come. It's supposed to be a big player. That it was it's made by Ramin Barani, who did 99 Homes, and it's supposed to be like kind of in the same vein as like a Lion, or Slumdog Millionaire. So it's supposed to be like something to watch out.
Palm Springs looks ridiculous.
Palm Springs was the biggest buy in Sundance history.
Everyone was talking about it, and I didn't get
Really?
a chance
Yeah.
to see it yet.
I mean, it's Andy Samberg.
It's the Lonely Island.
but
I
I've also
Yes.
that's the other thing. Like, yeah, people were excited about it. They loved it. They thought it was a lot of fun. But from everything that I have heard, this is not a Best Picture movie.
No.
Who knows?
I can't
Yeah.
imagine.
Listen, and it's 87
But who
minutes.
knows?
It's 87 minutes. It gets
Oh,
3 stars already.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
3 stars off the bat.
You're
Um,
forgetting why Clayton likes this movie. It's short and it's
Yeah.
Lonely Island.
It's I do love the Lonely Island. Mulan. 17. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
About Mulan.
That's if it stays, because there's talk of it moving out of the summer.
Which one? Mulan?
Mulan, yeah.
Why would they not go straight to Disney
Nobody-
with that then?
Because they need to make money. Because
And they
mean,
want to give
it's proper
big
thing, yeah.
time in the spotlight.
I would be pissed if they
Yeah.
went to Disney Plus when they give it a theater.
Oh, I just want to see it.
yeah.
I want to see it too, but give it a theater. Same
I
thing
mean-
with In the Heights, like give In the Heights a theater.
Mhm.
They did the right move. Just move out of the.
Yes.
Mulan,
Uh,
they just really don't want to be first, and right now they're
I mean,
stuck kind of being first.
Tenet's going to be first now.
Is it still? Oh yeah,
Well,
Mulan's August,
Yeah,
right?
Tenet's the 17th.
I'm getting
Yeah.
Christopher
No,
Nolan's
Tenet,
on the
Tenet
TV.
moved to the 31st.
Oh, did
Yeah,
it?
but it's still not going to come out.
Okay, I don't remember when Mulan is. Is it August?
I thought Mulan was the 24th. That's why I thought Tenet
Yeah.
was.
That's
Mulan-
the thing. Tenet
is a week ahead of
Tenet
it.
got moved back 2 weeks, so now technically Mulan is the first one, but I don't think either of those dates are going to end up happening.
No,
Yeah.
Disney's gonna move.
There are still not enough theaters that are going to be open in time to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they can only sell, like, I don't know what it is in other states, but here in California,
25% or
theaters that can
50%.
reopen, yeah, it's 25%.
Yeah.
Holy
Disney's
crap.
not going to waste the money on promotion when they can only sell a quarter of the tickets.
Yeah, we'll see. Yep. I got News of the World. The Five Bloods at 19. Minari. From A24 is supposed to be big and great.
It's beautiful.
You saw it?
I
You
think
saw
it's,
it already, right?
I did. I saw it at Sundance. It's a beautiful film, and I think that I could definitely see a possibility of a nomination for Stephen Yeun, because he's really, really great. I
Lead,
think
right?
it's yeah. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
definitely lead. I think it might be a little too. I don't know what the right word is here.
How do you spell that?
What?
How do you spell it? Oh,
Minarar.
Minari.
Yeah. Here, I'll send you the link to my best picture predictions, and then you can look there.
Or
and then you
to
can-
my
and then-
review.
And then you can go to the movie page for it.
Yeah.
I would bet everything I have, and I'm a poor man, that he was not on awardcircuit.com.
No, he wasn't.
I
No.
was on IMDb looking for the movie.
course.
Why would you go there?
Because I have an app. I'm looking for.
Hey, Mark, where do you get your
I'm looking at Award Circuit.
Hey, Mark, who provides your
I'm on Award
insurance?
Circuit. Allstate.
Oh, go figure. You go to the place that you interact with for your. Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, there's a
Okay.
link. There's a-
I just
now have a
I
link.
sent it to you
Anyway.
in Slack. You piece.
Now I have a link and it's easy. Oh, look how easy it is to navigate this.
Oh, I know,
This is
look-
really
Anyway, Minari is a really beautiful movie,
Yeah.
but I worry that it might be a bit too
Oh, this is great.
kind of like The Farewell, where it's easy for people to overlook it because it's a really deep movie and it's got a lot of layers to it, but it's easy for people to dismiss it as being kind of simple
Is it,
or too slight.
I was gonna say, are they gonna be like it's too Asian, like for its own?
No,
like,
well,
because I mean,
no, actually,
because some
actually-
people I heard that criticism of being like, this is like too much in a culture I don't understand.
We
I
just
think
gave a picture to Parasite. Calm down.
I know, right? Racism.
Well, they fixed it. Now there's,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I think my one criticism of Minari is the fact that it's set in the 1980s in Arkansas and there's no racism to be found. It's like, wait a minute.
This is a lie.
What a science fiction movie.
Yeah. Remember producers Brad Pitt, Dee Dee Gardner, Jeremy Kleiner also on it too. So they worked their magic. Hey, just want to point out, Mark, Brad Pitt was a producer on it, and he won an Oscar the first time for 12 years producing a movie. Just,
Well, now listen. We can at least now agree that Brad Pitt is an Academy Award winner.
he's a 2-time Academy Award winner.
Now see, you're stretching things.
Now he's an Academy
You bet-
Award-winning actor and an
Right.
Academy Award-winning producer.
Yes,
There it is.
he has both.
No, he's definitely a 2-time Academy Award winner, Mark. He has
Yeah.
2 Academy
What I'm
Awards
saying
in his
is-
house.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying is before
Before
listen to
he was
this. Now
one.
you can say starring Academy Award winner Brad Pitt. Like when you said that before, it was really stretching it.
Oh God, whatever.
No, it was an accurate sentence. Full of
Oh,
truth.
that's not.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
All right,
Minari's beautiful, and I can't wait for you.
all right. Then we got thanks. Then we got Greyhound, which is going to Apple.
July something or other.
Yeah, the Untitled
And
Fred
never to be
Hampton
seen.
project. If they are able to get it together in time, written by Keith Lucas, co-written by Keith Lucas of AwardCircuit.com fame. Just keeping that out there.
Yay!
No? We have the Glorias from Julie Taymor, which I'm actually really looking forward
Yeah.
to.
I loved it. I don't think
Wait, you
that
saw it?
it's... Yeah, I saw that at Sundance
I
too.
don't remember any of this. Wait, wait, you didn't like it?
This says more
I
about
loved
how
it.
Clayton feels about Sundance than anything else.
I know, yeah, because it's during Oscar. That's why it needs to move.
Yeah, I know.
Like it
Same.
needs to not be during.
It used to be in the
Oscar
summer, and then the celebrities decided they wanted to ski, and so they moved it to January. But it used to be in July.
week. Go to February. Like even that, I mean, that's bad too. But like it's always during Oscar nomination week or something. It sucks.
know.
April would be perfect.
Yes, like just like no, that's Tribeca. No,
They want to be before South by. That's why.
so go. It's February or March.
The
Stay
problem is
out of
that
January.
the problem is the Oscars keep shifting their
Yeah,
dates back
right.
and forth. January is the only month that's safe.
It's not. It's the worst month.
It
So tell me about the Glorias.
Okay, so the Glorias, I think that I personally loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I would love to see nominations from Julianne Moore and both
Alicia
her
Vikander?
and yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think Alicia is also really good. I think Julianne is better.
Obviously, because I mean,
And I wouldn't, this is the other thing that's hard. I wouldn't be able to specifically say that one of them is lead because,
it's gonna be an
I mean,
Irish
I would-
situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one that stands out to me is Julianne Moore, but I think she actually spends less screen time
Yeah, that
than Alicia does.
doesn't
Is
matter.
she Steinem?
Yeah,
They all
they're
are.
both- they're
Yeah,
all
there's
Steinem.
there's
Oh.
5. Yeah.
That's why it's called the
so
Glorias, plural.
Got it.
Mhm.
So is it kind of like I'm not? What was the Bob Dylan one? Like I'm not. There
I'm not
or whatever?
there.
Is
No,
it-
it's not like it's not like men playing Gloria, right?
right.
No.
No.
it's different
It goes
people.
through her whole life, but it jumps in and out of time,
Oh.
and it's all it's really cool. I don't want to give too much away, but
Okay.
it's really cool the way that they connect Gloria to herself at different points in her life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. I loved it, but I think that a lot of people, it's a very Julie Taymor movie.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who don't like her style will be put off by it.
Yeah.
So she did Across the Universe. The Tempest, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I liked both. I liked
Look at you knowing women directors.
Wow.
Across the Universe. Is one of my favorites.
Look
I love
at
that.
you. And cinematography by Rodrigo Prieto, by the way.
Oh,
It's fantastic.
With a score
for 21 grams.
and The Irishman and
Yeah.
Silence and composer Elliot Goldenthal of Frida fame.
It's funny because
Awesome.
there's some effects in it that are like there's some animation done that makes sense in the movie. And when I watched it, the people that I watched it with were like, "Oh, it was not finished. It looked weird." And I'm like, "I think that was the point."
I think you should move this one up.
23.
I like
yeah,
it.
it needs distribution. I don't think anyone bought it yet, right?
White
I
man who
overheard a conversation at Sundance where people were offering a deal and it was not accepted. So.
Yeah.
I also just like white man who hasn't seen it. You should move this up in the predictions.
I like it.
Player.
Listen, I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
I like the cast.
Yeah. How's Bette Midler in it?
Yeah.
Good.
Is she?
Janelle
Really
Monáe. Janelle Monáe's in it?
Oh my gosh. They're all, yeah.
She's just beautiful, like always.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah, actually,
Brayden's voice got
I'm trying to
really
think.
big for a second there in that.
I think maybe Lorraine Toussaint was my favorite supporting. Like,
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
She's a great human.
she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like they all are. I'm trying to. It's been 5 months since I saw the movie, so she's the one that when I think back on it, I remember her.
She
the
comes up.
best.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Besides the women that play
Okay.
Gloria.
Next on the docket, I'm thinking of Ending Things, Charlie Kaufman's movie. It's coming to Netflix. It's supposed to be good. That's the word. That's all it says. Good. That's why it's kind of on 24. Wonder Woman 1984, the 25.
you think that's that high for Oscar?
I mean, for right now in a year where no movies are out, sure.
I mean, it's now hitting in October, so if it is good and makes money, assuming there's a box office, it will hit at the right time.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's going to happen, but
I mean, I don't think so
there's
either.
something there,
But 25 is a good spot. It could just sit there nicely.
Have fun with it.
Those Who Wish Me Dead. That's Taylor Sheridan's next movie.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's a Western. Mark.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm in.
Teenage.
With Angela.
Here's your synopsis. Let me get my voice ready. A teenage murder witness finds himself pursued by twin assassins in the Montana wilderness, with a survival expert tasked with protecting him and a forest fire threatening to consume them all.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I know. Starring Angelina Jolie, Nicholas Hoult, Tyler Perry, John Bernthal, Aidan Gillen. Yeah.
And some other people.
I believe it's a
not
modern
bad.
Western. I think it's supposed to be Wind River.
It's like Wind River Western.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
Is
like
it like Wind
I don't
River or
count that.
Copland?
it's like Wind River. Yeah, it's like
So
Wind
it's-
River
so
and
it's a
Copland
Western.
combined.
We're in agreement.
Yep.
Stop it.
Yeah. Next up is Respect, the Aretha Franklin biopic with Jennifer Hudson. Christmas Day.
All right. Who's directing that?
Because we know how the Academy loves those
Yeah,
Christmas
Yeah,
that's
they,
it.
releases.
yeah,
Yeah.
and biopics.
By
Liesl Tom.
Liesl Tommy, female director. Like,
Yeah.
listen,
We know how the
like-
Academy loves those female
Yeah.
directors.
now Cassie Lemons just can't stop getting those Oscar nominations in Ava. My God.
Now, if only you'd had someone like Tate Taylor directing that.
Yeah, exactly. Starring Jennifer Hudson, Forrest Whitaker, Marlon Wayans, Audra McDonald, Mary J. Blige, Titus Burgess. I'm ready for this, but I'm ready. I'm also ready for the Academy just to do its thing. Of,
Maybe an actress nomination.
yeah, that's where I think it. Maybe.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we have to see if she can validate that supporting win.
Yep, it is validated. Mark Johnson, don't you dare!
I don't
That
know
supporting
about
win kicks ass. The only argument I can hear.
She sang a
The
great.
only argument I can hear for that is that it maybe should have been lead because it's kind of a lead performance. Other than that, it is very leadish.
So wait, Mark, is your argument that she's not worthy of winning, or that she hasn't done things
talking about
afterwards?
worthy.
to make
He's
it?
I think it's both.
All right.
But
But wait, by that virtue, Monique hasn't worked a lot since her Oscar win. Does she have to validate her Oscar win?
No.
Oh, I see. So it's just whether you like
It's
it or
mostly-
not. I gotcha.
Yeah, it's mostly about the performance, whether they deserve to win.
Good. So good. All
But
right.
I like to see some validation after the fact.
Okay. Next up is Bios, which is sci-fi.
All right.
Is that the other Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Other Tom Hanks movie with Samira Wiley too. I love her. And Caleb Landry Jones. Skeet Ulrich is in it. Where's he been? I haven't seen him since As Good as It Gets. Actually,
He's been on Riverdale.
is he on Riverdale?
I think he's leaving the show, but yeah.
Is he like a grandfather on Riverdale?
Hold on.
He's a dad.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
and
I was
Luke
gonna say,
Perry
he's gotta
both
be-
played dads, and that was just weird. I couldn't watch
Yeah.
it.
Fuck
kidding.
here. Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Caleb Landry Jones.
This is October 2nd. On a post-apocalyptic Earth, a robot built to protect the life of his dying creator's beloved dog learns about life, love, friendship, and what it means to be human. Sounds a little bit like AI.
Yeah.
It actually sounds like a Steven Spielberg movie. It sounds like he's directing it. He's not. It's
It's
Miguel
Zemeckis.
Zappa. No, it's Miguel Zappa. Look at producer. Read the line,
Yeah,
Mark.
My bad. I'm looking. Damn
He's
it.
just naming names. He's like, who
Well,
directed
no.
this?
Because I knew he read the
Producer.
producer line that's underneath the
Yeah,
director
okay.
line.
Yep.
Yeah. So it sounds like the Spielberg movie, but it also could. It actually sounds like a little bit like a Zemeckis movie too, and that could be a bad.
Yeah, it
so get
does.
rid of that.
Yeah, it sounds Zemeckis.
I like
Yeah,
a lot.
modern Zemeckis is not.
Yeah, that's
No.
rough. That's rough.
I mean, you guys
Zemeckis.
don't love the women of Marwen?
Oh God.
No.
didn't
Speaking
really
of
watch
Steve
it.
Carell and Marwen, we have Irresistible that's coming in like 2 weeks. This John Stewart
kidding.
It's
movie.
coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen it yet that I know of.
26. I know, which is not promising. Also, Brad Pitt producing with Jon Stewart. I think. What do I think?
What if Brad Pitt gets 6 Oscar nominations?
Then
this
hello,
year?
George Clooney. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Listen, Jon Stewart. I think Jon Stewart is also one of those guys that, when the right material comes, it will be.
Yeah,
let him experiment and find his comfort zone, and then he'll hit one out.
Yeah.
You know that question people ask about, like, if you could have dinner with any celebrity, living or dead? Like,
Yeah.
my answer to
You
that is I'm between. I
Monica
would always be
Bellucci.
between. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'd always be between Daniel Day-Lewis and Jon Stewart because I love the Daily Show is like one of my favorite shows of all time, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of like secretly rooting against Jon Stewart movies because I need him to come back to
The
some
Daily
kind
Show,
of platform.
He will never do that.
No, not the Daily
Yeah.
Show, but like some kind
or
of
just a
platform.
show. You want him to
Yeah,
let him in himself?
or just like what John Oliver's doing, just like a weekly HBO type thing where he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
Or
I
I
think he
That's
has a
what
deal
I'm
with HBO, and he just never developed anything.
Yeah, I actually think that's kind of what you're getting with his directorial things now. You know, Irresistible and
I
Rosewater are
guess.
very politically charged movies. It's just his
but
thing.
I need current event. Like I need him weekly.
Yeah.
I think he's
Okay.
not interested in that.
Or maybe
I know, it kills
he'll probably do a TV show. Like
Well,
I can't see him doing it himself though.
Well, HBO and him had a deal, and he was going to do an animated show, and they canceled it. They didn't want it.
At number 30, I have Onward. I still love Onward so much.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be Soul though if it's a Pixar.
I think Onward is still my favorite movie of the year so far.
Yeah.
It's in my top 10.
Yeah. Next up, and this is low right now. It's definitely going to move up, I think, into my best picture predictions. Kajillionaire.
Another Brad Pitt film.
Another Brad Pitt, D.D. Carter, Jeremy Kleiner, Megan Ellison.
I mean, a Miranda July film getting into picture is a.
Listen, they moved it into September. There is
June.
Telluride play.
come
It's
on.
cute.
Well,
It's
it
cute
played
that
at
you think there's
Sundance.
going to be movies to see.
It did play at Sundance.
Yeah, but so
Yeah,
did, so
I
did
missed it at
Manchester.
Sundance. It got very mixed reactions at Sundance.
Shit.
Yeah, I heard somewhere through the grapevine that there was a recut. I think I can't confirm that.
Needs Telluride.
Listen, recuts never make me nervous. I'm always like Nebraska and Nebraska NYFF. I always like that was two different movie buzzes, and then it landed in a good spot. So I'm always hopeful for stuff like that. but we'll see. Next up is Zola.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I did see this one
Yeah,
too.
it's at 32. Go ahead.
That's generous.
Well, listen.
That sounds wrong.
It's
a
polarizing,
great
though.
movie. Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really interesting, very very not fun. Fun's not the right word, but
Road trippy.
It's a very mesmerizing movie for me. It was one of those. It's like I just have to know what's going to happen next, and it was weird because I actually remember the night that this Twitter thread happened.
Yeah.
But it's very much a movie that's going to have massive fans that just absolutely love it, but it's going to have a whole lot of other people who are like, that movie is terrible.
Yeah.
So
I have two questions. Mika Levy's score, how is it?
good.
And how's Riley Keough?
She's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lead or supporting?
She would be supporting.
Okay.
She's the other girl on the trip, right?
She
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's supporting.
I could see an argument for co-leads, but it would be a very weak argument to me.
Okay. Amazon has a movie that's supposed to be coming this year, but we don't know that yet. Lewis Wayne, biopic with Benedict Cumberbatch and Claire Foy and Andrea Riseborough and Toby Jones.
It sounds like they just grabbed random people from random biopics and made a biopic out of it.
Yeah. Directed by Will Sharp. So take that where you want.
Cool.
Black Widow at 34. Promising Young Woman at 35.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's actually my favorite movie of the year so far.
I really want to see it.
I was like 3 days
I know.
past seeing, like the shutdown happened like 3 days before my screening.
Well, and listen, I mean, let's just talk about my wife, Margot Robbie, producing this movie. Obviously, is the touch that every movie needs. Just let her produce all your goddamn movies, and it will be great. Because she knows best, and that's why her and I are just happy together.
It's so good.
Yeah. And her the guy she's living with is also a producer on there too. Tom Ackerlane, whatever his name is. So just whatever. He's there as well. How's Bo Burnham in this? Is he good?
He's good. I was like, I don't want to have a crush on you.
Do you know he is effing tall? Like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Big tall tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get very intimidated by tall men. Or just really good looking men like Brad Pitt.
So funny watching him and Carey Mulligan stand next to each other. Because like there's like 2 feet between them. It's so funny, yeah. But she is so good. I would love to see her get nominated for this.
Listen, this may be her shot to break the drought. She's in the Marion Cotillard drought right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those where it could very easily just be kind of swept away as a genre film that doesn't get that kind of attention. And I totally see that happening, but I also could see the possibility of her being able to.
This is going to sound like a slight, and I swear to God it isn't. Please don't take it as that. Karen and Mark, can you remember the Fatal Attraction time period? Like, and that because obviously I'm too young for that. I'm like 3, and I think Joey was born that year. Yeah. And obviously you guys were young too at that time. But do you remember somewhat of that phenomenon?
I remember my parents talking about the movie. Obviously, I didn't see it when I was 10 years old, but I also wasn't into watching the Oscars then, so I wasn't following that. So I don't know what that kind of conversation was.
I would really want to know the historical context and like obviously we know it because we can follow it in an award like page, but I really want to see the historical context from it releasing to the to it's like one of the earliest cool zeitgeist kind of things that happen, and then it transitioned into like this is a Oscar contender. And
I think that's a really good comparison to bring up. This story is very, very different from Fatal Attraction. Very different. But I think that your comparison there, as far as the types of movies they are, that's very apt.
Yeah. Mark, can you remember anything like around?
No, I didn't probably see that movie till I was more like 14 when my parents would like go out to dinner and I had the house to myself or whatever.
Wait, hold on. Mark, do you like Fatal Attraction?
Yeah, I like Fatal Attraction.
Just like it?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but it's good. It's a fun.
I think Promising Young Woman is much better, personally.
So that's Olympia Dukakis's Oscar year, right? That's Moonstruck year. Am I right? Because she beat Anne Archer, right? Does anyone know that off the top of their head? That sound right? It sounds right to me.
It sounds right, but I don't know if it's right.
So
let's go with it.
Where's Anne Archer today? I guess that's where I was leading to, because I love me some Anne Archer. But guess nowhere. All right.
Well, now I want to know.
Yeah. Quiet Place Part 2. Got The Witches coming at 37.
No, they took it off the release calendar.
They did.
What, Witches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
I mean, you guys just bashed Robert Zemeckis, so it went fine. I'm taking my movie.
I mean, I was happy or looking forward to this because producers Alfonso Cuarón, Guillermo del Toro, like, it couldn't have been that terrible.
Anne Archer's last movie is 2017, is one 2014. Then her last movie before that is Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Amazing. Oh. Yeah. 38, I have The Assistant.
You saw that in Telluride, right?
I did see it Telluride, yeah.
That's a good movie, but zero chance it plays.
I mean, yeah. Listen, I think Julia Garner will be the indie spirit darling.
Yeah, she'll win like a Gotham Award.
And I think she's a dark horse to make it into a 5. I think this, obviously every year we kind of find like what's the important thing to focus on. And I think Black Lives Matter will be like, people will be looking to Black cinema, but there's always going to be the, women really get the shaft sometimes.
That's an evergreen thought with the Academy.
Yeah. So what if like The Assistant, you look at that and you're like, hey, that happens all the time.
Yeah. I just think there's a lot of people who are going to watch the movie and struggle with like the pacing.
I mean, what? Because it's a cold, as it should. It's the
coldest movie of the year.
When I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is just like so. I would say it's stale, but that makes it sound like it's boring. But it was just like so like, and then you were like, oh my God, what a terrible day. Like, and then you realize by then you're like, this is every day. Oh, women go through this all the time. Oh, wait, are women marginalized? And then you go about your day because that's what it does. James Schamus is also a producer on it, so I'm excited about that. Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. Isn't that your favorite movie, Joey?
It is my favorite movie of the year so far.
Adele Romansky producing, who produced Moonlight. Am I making that up?
I couldn't tell you with any confidence.
Yeah, she's been affiliated with like A24 before. After Yang, which is another A24 film. That's from Kogonada, who did. I was going to say Charlie for some reason.
No, different movie.
That movie Charlie. I didn't like Columbus, by the way.
It looks nice.
It looks nice. It's really not like whatever. But Colin Farrell's in it, and Jodie Turner-Smith. So, and Haley Lou Richardson and Clifton Collins.
Like her.
And then we got Dick Johnson is Dead, which is a Netflix documentary. Personal History of David Copperfield got a new release date, but it's still this year. The Green Knight, which everyone's looking forward to, by the way. And Mark, remember your favorite movie, A Ghost Story?
God, no. I tried to forget about that one.
That was my third favorite movie that year.
You hated that movie because you're heartless.
So much.
So bad.
So good.
I actually really like it, man. Like,
I'm going to watch it again today.
I know.
Let's all watch it.
I just want to watch the pie eating scene again.
Oh, it's so horrible.
Oh,
that's when I gave up on it. I'm like, okay, I can't.
You didn't even finish it?
It's like 8. Oh no, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, I was about to say.
That's when I knew I hated it, because it was like 8 minutes of just watching her eat pie on the floor.
That's how you know that Mark has no idea about what it's like to be a woman.
Mark, I didn't even have to watch you eat a pie to know I hated you.
Right. Listen, I love pie. All right.
Yeah.
So.
The movie pie or the food pie?
Oh, the movie pie is awful.
Oh, I love pie.
I hate
it. See, we got a whole nother argument.
Mark, do you like the movie Pie and you hate A Ghost Story?
I do, but I haven't seen
Oh.
Pi since it came out.
Pi is
so,
garbage.
but I love it.
So bad.
Oh, I hate
really?
Pi. Yeah, I
I'll
really.
have to
I like
revisit it.
Pi, but it's
You know-
Aronofsky's like
you know what's
second
funny?
one.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I put Pi and Following in the same boat. I hate them both. Like both
You're
early,
not a first film
early
person.
Aronofsky. Like when they're figuring their shit out. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But The Green Knight is a fantasy retelling of the medieval tale of Sir Gawain.
Gawain, yes.
Gawain and The Green Knight with Dev Patel and Alicia Vikander and Joel Egerton. So there's that. And people are really looking forward to it. It's 125 minutes. So there's that. No Time to Die.
125 minutes of Dev Patel. Yes, please.
That's not that bad. It's only 2 hours and 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Sure.
I can deal with that.
But now
Look
you don't
at
get
doing math, Mark.
You don't get the automatic 2.5 stars from me. Then you risk it.
Oh, all right.
No Time to Die is 163 minutes. Did you guys know this?
God,
Yes.
really?
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Sounds
More
awful.
Bond, the better.
Carrie Fukunaga, though. Listen,
Yeah,
if there's anyone that
right.
can turn me into a Bond fan, I'll let Carrie try.
Clayton, what's your star rating on Pi?
Oh, like,
It has to be 2.5. The movie's under 90 minutes, so just keep that in mind.
yeah. It has to be movies coming in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't retroactively apply that rule to old movies. It's only for movies moving forward. Yeah, No Time to Die is 163 minutes. We got Daniel Craig, Rami Malek, Lea Seydoux, Hans Zimmer is doing the score, Linus Sandgren is cinematography, and Ana de Armas, who is being touched by Ben Affleck.
Mm.
That's why her and I.
Why do you have to make it sound so gross? Ugh. I mean, it's already
My
bad enough
understanding
to
of
put
the
their names
situation
in the
is
same
that she's
sentence.
enjoying
want
that.
them together. I want her to. It was funny, and he's married and has a kid now. But I really want her to date Oscar Isaac for some reason. Like I thought they would just make such an amazing couple.
You know
but,
who probably doesn't like that? Whoever Oscar Isaac is married to or dating.
Yeah, exactly. But Ana de Armas is just amazing, and I love her so much.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac's wife since 2017 has has some questions for you.
Invisible Man.
Love that movie.
So good.
I do too. I really, really, really liked it. Yeah. It doesn't. I think there are definite issues with it, but it for what it does, it's really well done. And who'd have thunk that the horrible actor from Saw, who wrote Saw, would actually be able to make a comeback?
Well,
in a
his
good way.
what's his one of the couple of the movies he made. He's a good genre director. This is just his biggest step up.
Yeah. And I think slightly, and I mean this, I think we need to keep a little bit of an eye on Elizabeth Moss. I'm not even
No, I think so. I think you're right.
I think she's something of a pathway in Best Actress.
We've trained ourselves to predict actresses in horror who then miss, but
Yeah.
if ever there was a year.
Be Colette, man. Never forget. Then we got The Prom, if it's still coming this year.
I don't think they
Right.
finished filming it, so I don't think it really
It's
can.
dated October 23rd.
I know, but they put release
yeah.
dates on stuff all the time that's not even
know, but-
written.
But it is Netflix. It is Netflix, and I think when I spoke to them, everything that they had, they said was done.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
The last I had heard it, they had not finished filming. Maybe that was pickups that they wanted to do, and now they can't or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yep. They also don't usually date things that far in advance. They're big on the hey, guess what? Next month.
Yeah. But we got Meryl Streep, James Corden, Nicole Kidman. This is your Meryl Streep placeholder, Mark. Are you going to do it? Supporting actress?
It's a Ryan Murphy movie. No, thank you.
Whoa.
Listen. I can't.
But Kerry Washington, too,
But
though.
what's your when in doubt,
So
don't
cheesy.
count out?
Yeah, when in
How do you
doubt.
say that?
I know.
Yeah, when in
listen.
doubt, don't
There's gotta be
bet against the
something else
street.
he's in. What else?
Listen, he's found an asterisk to his rule, just like Clayton found a workaround to his rule when I pointed out Pi. He's found his way.
And
There's always an asterisk.
Ariana DeBose has a role in this. Ariana DeBose is going to be in West Side Story playing Maria, the Rita Moreno role. So
breakthrough list.
yeah, get ready, Mark. Let's see if you know what a breakthrough means this year.
I'll get the
We have Coming to America still. Still dated.
Meryl Streep's in a movie called Let Them All Talk this year.
Yeah, it's a Soderbergh movie. It's going to HBO Max, though.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, hold on, Clayton. I have to back up for a second. Did you say Rita Moreno played Maria?
I did say that. Oh my God, yes.
Did you?
I did not mean to say that. Oh my God.
This has been the last circuit
I
breaker.
was like, did I hear that right?
Thank you so much for correcting me. Oh my God.
I almost think
Anita. Oh my God.
and left it for the comments.
Oh my God. Yeah. Please, guys, please correct me if I make some such blasphemous things. Oh my God. I have Rita Moreno as the president of Leha that named the Lifetime Achievement Award after you.
I think you may have to step down.
I apologize for my misgivings. My God.
Wow.
My heart hurts now. That's
You're
never.
gonna have to go and meet the press and try.
I know. I have to go to a press conference now. The Way Back, the Ben Affleck movie. I think it's way back there.
I think his performance is what'll get in if it gets in somewhere.
Yeah.
I love the movie. It's my number 2 of the year, but yeah, it's him or nothing.
Still dated, but I don't think this is coming. The Last Duel.
No.
No, did they finish filming or were they filming?
I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't know. Like if it's going to be if it comes, it's an under the wire silence thing. And then I still think it's too late.
Yeah, I think they may want to do that.
I think hold it, or I think push it to next May. Let it be a summer, because it sounds like almost a little Gladiator-ish thing, and let's just go for it,
Period,
it's just
period epic, try to make it a summer movie.
Yeah.
Or they'll wait and then put it out, next September or next October.
Or they could just not release it. That's also an option.
No,
I feel like that's the least likely of the three.
I would like an Adam Driver movie this year, and I think he actually will do very. He's the only one that's actually
get 2 next year.
Yeah, he's the only one that's actually giving me hope for it, that it's going to be anything better than mediocre like Kingdom of Heaven. Do you like Kingdom of Heaven, Mark?
I don't.
Okay, I don't either. It was funny. My second year as a part of Critics' Choice, it was the anniversary of Blu-ray, the invention of Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And they submit every studio had to submit their 5 favorite Blu-rays ever, and Kingdom of Heaven was submitted. And I was like,
well,
what?
because the extended cut is significantly better, supposedly.
Who gives 2 fucks?
I've never watched the extended cut. I know that everyone who's hated the original cut has watched the other one and been like, better movie. Maybe I still don't like it. Some people turned around on it, but it's apparently they cut it to ribbons when they put it out.
And for Karen and Karen only at number 50. Are you looking as I read down?
Oh yeah.
All right. From producer Jerry Bruckheimer and Tom Cruise comes Top Gun Maverick. You want to hear something? Karen, my supervisor at my day job, revealed to me the other day that she loves Top Gun, and she is very upset that Maverick exists.
Why? Has she watched the trailer?
She's just not happy. She's not happy about the go back thing, and also it's 146 minutes. Just one point, everyone.
I think that is too short.
They're taking the risk.
December 23rd. Claudio Miranda doing your cinematography. Hans Zimmer.
I think that he's getting an Oscar nomination just from
Tom
based
Cruise?
on the No.
Oh,
Claudio. I mean,
Claudio?
that would be awesome too, but no, Claudio for cinematography. I think based on just the footage from the trailer, it looks incredible.
I want to go back and have you insist that it's Tom Cruise and have to give the same argument based on the trailer.
Yeah.
No, that footage looks so gorgeous.
Is Miles Teller playing Goose's
I
kid?
believe so.
It looks like it.
Is that supposed to be the secret though? Or are we not supposed to figure that?
They haven't-
were casting this.
They haven't confirmed it, but they haven't said no either. So.
And is it because obviously this is actually serious for a minute, so we're gonna stop jokes for just 10 seconds because we know what's going on with Val Kilmer. It's just gonna be really sad also to see him in the movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a cameo.
What's going on with Val Kilmer?
He's sick.
I don't know if I heard
Well,
it.
he had throat cancer, I think it was.
Cancer.
Oh,
So
no.
that's why he sounds so weird in the Snowman, because they had to redub him, and then everything he's been in since, he doesn't usually talk.
Yeah,
Like
he's struggling.
Yeah,
Like,
he did. He has a cameo in Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and they have him play a Silent Bob character because he can't talk.
Yeah.
He's there. He just,
Okay.
I think when they had surgery, it didn't take what it should have.
Yeah. Just another example though for Val Kilmer, man. Like Oscar just never got their shit together fast enough to know that we were in a Val Kilmer renaissance in the 90s and 80s. Doors does not age well, by the way. I don't know if I've re-seen
It
it.
didn't start good, let alone age well.
Well, they just released the
performance is
they sent me the 4K. They released it on 4K. I'm gonna watch it.
He's good.
But,
The movie's
like,
a mess.
Val Kilmer, Tombstone Man, always.
I think
Never-
Val
never-
Kilmer was one of the very rare times where a man gets punished for being difficult.
Yeah.
Mm,
Sure.
yeah. I also a little bit of it. I think he was too much of a skirting the line of a movie star and a very talented actor, where Tom Cruise like did one and then the other. Val Kilmer always was kind of doing both simultaneously. Like we get Tombstone and then Batman Forever and then The Saint and then, whatever. So I always think that may have, like, I think people couldn't figure him out. And
If you're tough to work with and they can't market you, they're not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was almost like 15 years too late Dustin Hoffman. Like in the 60s, Val Kilmer would have been like a 2-time Academy Award winner probably.
Possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
Miles Teller's call sign is Rooster, by the way, in case you want to relate Rooster and Goose together at all.
Mm. And then unranked here, Antlers, which we don't know it's coming. If it's coming still, and if it is, it's not going to be.
No, it's horror.
I mean, I hope so. But Scott Cooper, man, let's do it again. Hostiles, let's patch it up with something great. David S. Goyer is a producer along with Guillermo del Toro. So
Yeah, that surprised me. I didn't realize Guillermo was.
Mm-hmm.
I think I knew Guillermo, but I don't think I knew Goyer.
Yeah.
From when they announced it like a year or two ago.
Yeah, you got Kerry Russell and Jesse Plemons. I love me some Jesse Plemons. Baby Teeth. I think did you see that? Someone saw that already.
I've seen it.
What? You saw it, right? Yeah, just someone on staff saw it. Benedetta, I think, is pushed back. I need to rip that off. Bill and Ted Face the Music. We got a trailer.
We got a teaser trailer.
Yeah. Wow. Can I just say now, I don't ever want to see Keanu Reeves without facial hair now. It is really jarring. It is really jarring. I was like, oh my God, sir, grow a beard back, John Wick. Stop it. There's some people that just can't. And it was, I mean, listen, it's nostalgic and whatever, but let's see what happens.
I will take Keanu Reeves however he wants to have his face.
Sure. No, will you?
Yes.
You take him without a beard now?
Yes.
Well, all right. Remember, does he have a beard? He has a beard in Matrix 4, I think, though. So get ready for that.
Maybe.
The Burnt Orange Heresy. That's not doing anything.
It's not good at all.
Call of the Wild. I mean, come on.
No.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah, best picture. We're done.
It's
I just can't believe that you have the Call of the Wild and Clifford on here, but not Birds of Prey. Fuck you.
Oh, actually, I just realized I didn't, and I will add it next time. Listen, I tried to do as much as I could, and I will. I will put it on there. It will replace Benedetta. It's going to be an unranked contender. It's just let you know.
That's fair, but
Right, it's going to be unranked. Okay.
but it should at least be on here.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, Karen. We have The Climb. That was at Telluride. Mark, did you see it there?
No.
No, I think Jorge did. We both missed it though. Death on the Nile, which is the next in the Murder on the Orient Express universe.
I've heard it's very dark and very sexy.
Really?
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it from the director of Artemis Fowl, though.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. We got Deep Water. Speaking of Fatal Attraction, Adrian Lynn is back.
Yep, and that's the movie that Affleck and Anna de Armas met on.
And Tracy Letts is in it, which is Carrie Coon's husband.
And
Which
based on a Patricia Highsmith novel.
A well-to-do husband who allows his wife to have affairs in order to avoid a divorce becomes a prime suspect in the disappearance of her lovers. Sounds fun.
Yeah, apparently they played like these like sexy psychological mind games with each other, and there's a body count at some point.
Yeah, it sounds very
Sign me
Gauntlet-ish.
up. And that
Yeah.
is sarcasm.
It sounds like an Adrian Lynn movie. And
Wait,
Yeah.
what'd you say, Kane?
I said, sign me up. Yes, that's
Oh, good.
sarcasm.
She's doing that right now with
Oh.
someone right now. She's been playing mind games with them for years.
You were excited.
Steve Zalian's also a producer on it as well. So yeah.
Alright.
We got Emma from earlier in the year.
Ugh,
No.
Nope.
remove it.
We got The Eyes of Tammy Faye with Jessica Chastain.
Excited for that. It's probably an
Michael
acting.
Schultz. Yeah, it could be an acting thing. I don't think that is filmed yet.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Andrew Garfield's also in it, and Cherry Jones.
Who plays Jim?
I think Andrew
Garfield?
Garfield. Yeah.
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 I know,
Yeah,
which doesn't seem
No, I can see it.
appropriate.
No, he's got the. Yeah,
He looks. I think he looks a little. Even though I know he's Andrew Garfield's the Eddie Redmayne boat. He looks
Yeah.
like he's 10, but he's
Yeah.
40. Well, actually not 40. He's like 30. I think he's younger than me. He's like 32. But like,
No, he was 30 something.
him and
playing
Jessica Chastain.
Spider-Man.
Him and Jessica Chastain do not seem well matched.
No.
That's husband
Let's
and
see.
wife.
Andrew Garfield is 36,
And
Yeah.
Chastain's 40, I think. 43.
43.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Tammy Faye might be older than Jim.
I can see the Jim. I can see the Jim Baker though.
Yeah, so maybe Chastain is not well suited, but she's a producer on it too, I believe. So then we have Mark's favorite movie, First Cow, and
It wasn't horrible.
yeah,
right?
that was such a Joey answer. It wasn't horrible. It just was garbage, and I hated
It
it.
just has a 0% chance of anything
Yeah.
last week.
Karen, I know this played at Sundance, 4 Good Days. Mila-
It did. I didn't see it though.
Mila Kunis and Glenn Close, they got mixed reviews.
Yeah, I believe the response was not enthusiastic.
That's why I didn't end up seeing it.
This will be
I try when I hear good buzz about a movie, I try to get a ticket for it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is one
is
that
also-
I didn't even try.
which is also why Sundance is like a fucking crapshoot, because you have to like wait till you're there to find out if something's good or not. Because
Yeah.
you have to blindly go into stuff.
Well, you make your
Well-
first schedule and it just disappears 2 days in.
Well, that's the thing. So, like, the way it works, sorry, really quickly, the pass that I get 10 passes, 10 movies, and I can pick out whatever I want, and then if I go to those, great. If not, I can trade in my tickets. But then I'm able, because of my job and stuff, I'm able to be there the whole time. So I try to front load and just get my tickets for the first weekend.
And then pick up on the other stuff later on.
Yeah, because those are, like, they
Yeah.
start doing press screenings and stuff. I can
Yeah.
hit other stuff later.
Nice.
Yeah.
This will be my unmovie educated friend's favorite film of the year, Free Guy, with Ryan Reynolds.
It's my favorite movie of the year
I know,
already.
it looks fun. I'll take
Excuse me, Ryan Reynolds and Taika Waititi, so...
Yeah. And Jodie Comer.
Yep.
And Channing Tatum. And Lil Ray Howery. It's going to be good.
Do you like
French Exit, which I'm banking on Michelle Pfeiffer winning an Oscar for. I don't even know if this is coming this year either. This could get pushed back easily.
Why not?
Aziel Jacobs, who did, oh my God, escaping me. Help me, Joey, quick. I keep wanting to say Love is Strange. That's Iris Sachs. That's not what I'm talking about.
Say again? I missed what you said.
Azazel Jacobs. Azazel Jacob. He did. Oh my God, damn it.
He didn't do that. He did.
I need people to get.
No, he did. I know what you're thinking of. It's not
I'm
that.
on it. I'm on it.
Joey's computer's running slowly while he's trying
The Lovers. He did The Lovers with Deborah Winger and Tracy Letts, which you like.
Oh, I
Mark,
love the
think.
Lovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also did.
Yeah.
He also did Terry, that movie from years back that I remember. He's fair.
Yeah. Then we got The Gentleman, Godzilla vs. Kong. Is that still this year?
Got moved to
that
next
got
year.
moved.
When's that now? Do they date it next year?
Next May.
So they're going for summer. That's
Whenever
good.
the Godzilla sequel came out. Same
All right.
month.
Halloween Kills.
October.
I'm excited for it
I'm excited for
I'm
it.
glad you are.
because I like Michael Myers, even despite the movie's not always hitting.
The last one's
Happiest
fantastic.
Happiest Season, which is making film Twitter just go nuts. Ready for a Kristen Stewart nomination. Directed by Clea Duvall. Is that how you say it?
Duvall, the actress. I'm excited. I like her.
And then we got How to Build a Girl with Beanie.
Nah, not gonna do it.
Came out. I Carry You With Me, which got Sundance buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it there?
I did not.
You missed all the movies.
I missed some of the movies, yes.
Here, Mark, this is for you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Horowitz, the producer of La La Land, is coming with director Julia Hart, who's his wife, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
They got a movie, I'm Your Woman, with Rachel Brosnahan, Marsha Stephanie Blake. A woman and her child are on the run from the sins of her husband. Sounds like enough.
Okay.
It does sound like enough.
But hopefully it'll be better. Then we got Ma Rainey's Black Bottom from Netflix. Viola Davis, Chadwick Boseman, Coleman Domingo. Taylor Page, who's also in Zola. So another breakthrough. Oh, good. We're doing Mark's job for him right now.
Somebody.
And let's say this. I don't think this is coming this year either, but I'll say it for you, Karen. Next Goal Wins.
Speaking of Taika, actually, I've heard that it's pretty much done.
Really?
Uh-huh.
We got Michael Fassbender for Mark there.
All right.
They had
Moss.
definitely already finished filming. They were in post-production. I don't know how much work they still had, but...
On the Rocks from Sofia Coppola. It went to Apple TV now. I don't know if it's...
So there goes its Oscar chances.
I mean, maybe not. Apple TV seems very committed on joining, like, the fray.
Yeah.
They're committed. Yes.
I mean, I think if there's a movie to introduce them to it, listen, like Netflix, we never thought would be where they are, and here they are.
But that's the point, though. I think that they're dividing themselves a little too much right now, and they're trying to focus on film and TV at the same time.
Yeah, well, I think they need more people to also even like tune into their platform first.
Right. Yeah.
Like
definitely.
that's the thing that's hurting them. Does anyone here have an Apple TV? Like Apple account?
I have whatever the press account is.
Yeah, I have the press. Yeah, but like I didn't want. There's no need. I feel like for me to have it. That's why I'm like.
I mean, they'll give it to you for free if you buy any Apple products. So for a
Do
while.
they?
So
I don't
think
buy
everyone
Apple
has
products.
I am a Samsung Android person. I'm a
it. Yeah,
real.
I think when you buy, you get 3 months free when you buy an Apple product.
That's not. That, oh, look at
It
Mark.
was a year.
Mark's like, really? I'm gonna get on that right
As
now.
I'm on my Apple iPhone with my
I know.
Apple iPod.
Ordinary Love, Liam Neeson and Leslie Manville. That's not going to do anything, but I'll take Leslie Manville any day of the week for $200. Over the Moon, which is supposed to be the next big animated thing for Netflix. So where they came up short with Claws, it's Glenn Keane, I'm sorry, who did Anastasia, like a lot of animated stuff, and they said it's supposed to be big and great. And then The Photograph with Lakeith Stanfield, Radioactive of Rosamund Pike. We have the remake of Rebecca, which go for unnecessary remakes for $300, Alex, on that. And then finally The Truth with Ethan Hawke and Catherine Deneuve. Julia Binoche. But I don't
That
think
comes out in just a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was about to say it came out October 10th, 2019, but that isn't correct.
No.
That needs to be changed. Rebecca's on December 31st, by the way.
Yes.
Oh my God, with a score by Clint Mansell?
Mm-hmm.
Intriguing.
What's he been doing? I don't know. With Armie Hammer, Lily James, Kristen Scott Thomas, and Dowd. That can't be that bad, right?
I think it'll good. It's just, I agree with you that it's one of those unnecessary remakes.
All right. Here
But
we
I'm
go.
looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good.
Quick game to go out on. Well, it's going to be a bunch of rounds, but we're just going to do one round. It's actually, it allows to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name you characters from a movie. And I'm going to say it like at a certain pace. Your points start at 10. As every name I read, you lose a point until you name the movie. That's how many points you get.
So you're naming the characters or the act? Like who are you naming?
The characters.
Characters.
No. So no, we're gonna go to your own.
So you say Michael Corleone, for example.
Yeah, if I say Michael Corleone, and then you say The Godfather, Mark, then you get the full 10 points. But if you didn't say anything, I go to the next character, and it keeps going down until nothing. All right.
Okay.
So, Mark, I have you first on this list.
Okay.
I had The Godfather up in front of me like I was going to ask it, but that's never happened.
I'll take
All right.
10. That's good. Yeah.
All right. So now listen, some have last names, some don't. So you have to just kind of like deal. I want to hear the bullshit, Mark.
So there's no other hints besides the names. You get up to 10 names.
You just get 10 names.
Okay.
I'll only need one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Can we
actually,
guess, or do we, like, once we guess, we lose?
No, you keep guessing until
you guess with each one, right?
Yeah, you can guess with each one. But I'm gonna go through it quick to prevent any type of cheating or looking that stuff up. So I'm just like, say it when you say it, and then the other two when you're not going, can you please just keep track of how many I said, just in case my count comes off? All right, so you ready, Mark? Here you go.
Sure. Yep.
Dean Stanton, Wild Bill Wharton, Percy Whitmore, Arlen Bitterbuck, Warden
Blazing
Hal
Saddles?
Moores. What'd you say?
Blazing Saddles?
No. John Coffey.
John Coffey is Abyss.
Nope. Jan Edgecombe. Brutus Brutal Howell.
Jesus. I don't know.
Paul Edgecombe. You got one more left.
Jesus.
Toot Toot.
I don't know any of this.
Ooh, anyone?
I feel like I know it, but I can't think of it.
The Green Mile.
Okay.
Mile.
Coffee was where I was like, I know it because of that.
away.
Yeah, Coffee was the one I recognized, but I couldn't think of what it was.
Well, Michael Biehn plays a Lieutenant Coffey in The Abyss. That's why I thought I had a shot with that one. But
So Mark, I believe you got
rough.
0 points.
I got
0.
Well, I hope yours is just as fun as that one was.
Yeah. All right. Joe, you're next. Ready?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus. All right, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Quintus.
Oh,
Yeah. Sure.
Falco. Gaius. Hagen.
For sure.
Hagen.
Quintus.
Juba.
Mm,
Proximo.
Yeah.
Spartacus?
I
Lucilla.
had that for 10.
Marcus Aurelius.
Gladiator.
Yeah. So 2.
That was way easier than mine, you jerk.
I still beat you by 2, so go figure.
Well, we'll do another round. We'll do another round if you guys have time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, Karen.
Oh no.
Okay, ready?
So nervous.
I know. It's okay. You are loved, except when you are hated. All right. Morris Kessler. Billy Batts.
Oh.
Frenchie. Sonny Buns.
Damn.
Frankie Carbone.
Come on.
Paul Cicero.
I totally know this.
Karen Hill.
Oh.
Tommy DeVito.
I knew it a while ago.
Henry Hill.
I had it for 9.
James Conway.
Damn it.
Oh.
Oh.
That would be Goodfellas.
I knew it, but I was like, I don't know.
It's a lot of
You
You owe me.
I think we should stop at one round.
Yeah.
Listen,
I was the only person to get anything.
I had 0 for mine. I had 10 for Joey's, and I had 9 for Karen. So
Oh,
you owe me a much better one.
I'll give you guys another
You
round.
just gave them 2 classics, and I got what? I don't. What was my movie? I don't even remember what it was.
Like Goodfellas, so
Yeah,
that's my
the Green
excuse.
Mile.
The
You
Green
get
Mile.
the
What
Green
gives
Mile.
a
You know,
shit about?
movie that got like 8 Academy Award nominations or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's a mediocre film.
It actually got 4, but still.
Mediocre movie. Anyway, let's have a good one for me.
All right, a good one for you. Okay.
You know he's picking a special one for you now, Mark.
I know. I'm gonna get a little fluffed here. You know how we should do this? Here's how we should do this.
Oh God, here we go.
Whoever's
Tell us.
Well, seriously, whoever says it first.
Oh well, I was
That way
trying to prevent calling out
Keep
stuff.
it from luck of the draw. Keep it from luck of the draw. Whoever says it
Fine.
first gets
So all right. So then whoever gets
wide
it
open round
first. But
Yep, there you go.
all right,
Okay.
all right, fine.
We'll still have lost the first round, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
All right. Ready? Here we go. Randolph. Dietrich.
Aliens.
Miss Scott. Lothar Zog.
Ghostbusters Part 2.
Major King Kong.
Oh, Dr. Strangelove.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Lothar.
Yeah.
Lothar was wasn't that
James Earl Jones.
Rick Moranis? Wasn't Rick Moranis's like when he became the
Oh, and
Thinking of Zoltar.
In Ghostbusters.
and Big.
Zoltar.
no
yeah.
no I think no
No.
in Ghostbusters,
in Ghostbusters,
1,
yeah, Zoltar.
he becomes Lothar.
Oh, Zool. He's a Zool or something.
No,
No.
his
Oh.
character is Lothar, gatekeeper of the whatever,
Yes.
and she's
Got it.
Zool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
how many points was that worth?
5.
All right,
All right,
see now
next
who's
one.
winning now,
Oh,
motherfucker.
God.
Yeah, that's how we're counting this, Mark.
Yep. All right. Here we go. Next one. Jim Berkeley. Jim Olmeyer. Colonel Fitz. Barbara Fitz.
Beauty.
What'd you say?
American Beauty.
Yes. That's 6.
Colonel Frank Fitz, United States Marine Corps.
You
He's
would
so-
associate with that character, Mark.
He's so happy now. Look at him.
I love this game.
All right.
This
Next.
is a good one.
Next one. All right. Jody. Butch Coolidge.
Pulp Fiction.
Ah, very good. That's 8. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Come on, Karen and Joey.
Can we get some diversity on these
I'm
movies?
trying
I-
to buy this.
I won round 1. I'm fine with the rest of this game.
Yeah. Listen.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Father March. Mr. Dashwood.
Shit.
Lori.
Little Women.
John Brooke.
It's not Little Women?
Yes, it is.
I said that. Like,
Oh, when did you say it?
I said it before you said John Brooke.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that at all. Yeah. Wait, so
What was that? How many points was that one?
John Brooke was after. Wait, I said. Which order?
You
did I
said
say?
Father March,
March,
and then
Mr.
you.
Dashwood. Then I went to John Brooke. So that's 7.
Okay.
All right. Jesus. Yeah, speak up, Karen.
I did.
Actually, I think you might have broken up. Maybe that's why you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Nice job.
All right, here we go. Durkin. Lloyd.
Dumb and Dumber.
Grady. Ullman. Halloran. Danny.
Shining.
The Shining.
Yes. So
Did you hear me or no?
I heard Karen say it first.
I thought it and then didn't open my mouth, so it didn't count
Yeah.
for me.
You
Just-
heard Karen?
I heard Karen first. I heard both of you, but I heard Karen first.
Okay. All right.
So
How many was that for?
Four.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right. Right. Next one. Mary. Rob.
The 10 Commandments.
Good guess. So,
That's Old
Mary,
Testament, Joey.
Rob, Stan, Patrick, Joel Barish,
It.
Oh, no.
Dr. Mearswack,
Joel Parrish.
I knew Joel Parrish.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine. Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, sorry. I'll give it
I
to you
was
before
like-
Clementine.
I couldn't figure out who, because I heard Jolie, and I was like, who says that? And I realized it was Kate Winslet, and then it made sense.
How many was that one?
He got 4.
Okay.
Okay, I gave him the one before.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. This one may be hard. Let's see who's got it.
Okay.
Victor Larrabee. Valerian. Leonard. Lester Townsend.
God.
The Professor. Clara Thornhill.
I know this. I can't think of it though.
Philip Van Dam.
Heat.
Nope.
Damn.
Dr. Cross. Eve Kendall. Nope. Eve Kendall. Roger Thornhill.
I
The
know
bird.
this one.
Close. North by Northwest.
Northwest.
Ah,
North by Northwest.
That's the wrong one.
Yes.
Roger
Yeah.
Thornhill. Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry.
That's a good one.
You're a failure.
I know. I should have had Roger Thornhill. That was ridiculous.
Got a couple more here. Let's see.
Damn, Roger Thornhill. I should have had that.
Yeah.
Stupid.
All right, here we go.
But you didn't.
But you did
I know. I
it.
didn't. No, I didn't.
I knew
Next
I
one.
knew it. Man.
Loretta. FBI Agent Polk.
Oh, I know that one.
Kid Twist. Billy. J.J. Singleton. Lieutenant William Snyder.
Wow.
Doyle Lonigan.
Lonigan.
Johnny
Oh my God.
Hooker.
I should know Doyle Lonigan. What the fuck?
Henry Gondorf. Wow, really? No one?
I think I know
should
this
know- I
one
know-
too,
I
and
know
I
I
just
know.
can't think of it.
Luther
Henry-
Coleman.
Gondorf, I
No.
know too.
The Sting.
Yeah, dog.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched that
jeez.
recently too.
How did I not get Henry Gondorf out of that?
All
That
right,
must have stung
And
more.
Luther. And
Yeah.
Luther. Oh, that one hurt.
here we go. This one,
Okay.
see, I'm going to hear a lot of screams in a sec, I feel like.
Oh.
Bob Ewell. Judge Taylor. Calpurnia.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes. My God.
I thought so.
Judge-
That
I
was,
should've
all,
had it.
that was not, every one of these.
should've
I'm
had
like,
it
I
with
know
Jewel.
this. I
Yeah.
can't put the names together to make sense though.
Was that 6?
That was 7.
I should have had Joe Jewell. It didn't pop.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Yep.
Private Drake.
Aliens.
Ah.
you
Fine. What a.
know, I've been
Dang.
sitting on aliens the whole time. I'm like, he's going to get to aliens eventually.
Aliens was his
Heard
godfather.
Yeah, I know. It's
Oh man, the cast. I can name like every character in Aliens. I love that. When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Marla Singer.
Fight Club.
Very
yes.
good.
Damn it, nice job, Joe.
That's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So Drake was
9,
a 10 too?
10. Huh? Drake was a 10.
Was a
Yes.
10 too? Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I did not.
Yes. Yeah, if you get in the first one, you get the full 10.
Okay.
Here we go.
James Bond.
Yeah,
Which one, though?
yeah. Mr. Gower. Violet.
The Willy Wonka?
Nope.
It's
Ernie.
Wait, what was that one you said?
Ernie?
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard Bert and Ernie and assumed Sesame Street.
Yeah.
All right.
Seven for that, or 6?
6. You only get 10 on the first one, and then it just starts dropping from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Showgirls.
Yeah.
Battlefield Earth.
Oh, these are some good ones coming up. All right. This is where I think Joey and Karen can come back and be alive.
You need one.
All right.
I have no confidence in myself.
I believe in you, Karen.
Okay.
I believe in you so much. Yeah.
I've been waiting for that.
Jerry Maguire. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. It's the right ones. I got. All right. All right. Dwayne T. Robinson. Sergeant Al Powell.
Best Years of Our Lives.
Our guy.
I know it. Die Hard, isn't it?
Yes.
It's Hell. Al Powell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know the first one. After I heard that, I was like, wait, Die Hard, right?
What's that? How many was that?
7.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right. Hellinger, Bender,
Breakfast Club.
Hanson, Soul, or Sal,
Platoon.
Charles, Dr. Rosen,
Oh shit.
Alicia Nash.
Oh,
Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind.
Mark got it. 3.
I didn't even hear what he
I
said.
think that was a tie.
I'll give it to you,
Weird
Karen.
on my end.
You don't have
On
to
my
give me anything.
I'll give it to both of you.
So on my end, I was well in front on that one. So I think I might have a delay or something. I don't know, because on the Shining, I was a split ahead too, but I think I came back after her. So
Right. Here we go.
Next.
Bertie Coonan, Miss Caswell, Phoebe, Max Fabian,
God.
Lloyd Richards, Bill Simpson,
Oh my gosh.
Karen Richards, Addison DeWitt.
All about you.
Yes.
All about you, yeah. I was like,
How many was that?
3. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, and then that's it. And it's anyone's game. All right.
No, it's not.
except for Karen's.
It could be.
It's a blowout.
Jordan Belfort.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
I
Karen
think
said it
it's
right at the
I said it well before her.
It was in my ears. I heard Karen, Joey, then Mark.
That's how I heard it too.
She started talking as I said street.
I
There
will
is
give it. I will
definitely a delay.
I will give it to both Joey and Karen. How about that?
What? No, there is a serious delay, and
I
this is
got-
actually a
yeah,
problem.
There is, because I honestly was out in front on that. I promise you. But
You were
there's
the third
delay.
one, clearly, in my ear.
And
Yeah.
honestly, I know. That's why there's definitely a delay. What I heard was me, then Joey, and then Karen. But but I'm good with. I'll go 10 each for that.
All
Make
right.
make it a closer game.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How does that make it a closer game if we all get the same point?
No, you and Joey get 10. I get nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
we just like that in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm
Right.
definitely if it's. I would tell you on your end if it's close. I'm in front because I'm saying it before. Well, at least from what I'm hearing.
The way I heard it, I honestly, and I'm not just saying this, like I was
Yeah.
first, then I heard Joey start to answer as I was
Yeah.
finishing, and then I heard you. That's
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
came through on my
We
side.
all seem to be hearing the same delay at least.
The readers
Okay.
will hear. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
I wonder
recording.
if viewers will hear it. Like,
It's gonna be
one-
interesting, yeah.
But it'll come from whoever is recording though, because I'm not
Yeah.
recording them. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
That's next.
Robbie. Willoughby.
Poltergeist.
Dixon. Pamela. Anne. Red Welby. Denise.
Jesus.
Jerome.
Three billboards.
Yes, very good.
Is it really?
Yeah, 100% three billboards. Yes.
I wasn't even. I had no idea. 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points. Yeah, throw the guess out. I mean, you get no just
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard Robbie, and I'm like,
Just gotta say it.
What the hell?
I was like Robbie the Robot?
yeah. Good one. All right. Arnold.
Hey Arnold the movie.
Nedry.
Jurassic Park!
Yes, our Joey.
Yeah. I heard
What? I was definitely
I heard
first.
Joey on that.
I again say
Play back the tape. I was so
We
first.
all- so I heard Joey, but we're all on a weird delay where we're hearing ourselves first.
Are
Which
you?
is
Yeah.
weird.
Oh,
I know, it is weird.
All right, how much was that? 8?
that was 8.
We
right.
got a close game now.
All right, last 2.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's 3. I'm sorry. There are 3 here. Sorry. So here we go. Eddie Lomax.
Oh fuck.
Ray
Color-
McDeer.
The Firm!
Oh.
Yes, firm. Very good.
Nice.
8.
Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, this looking tighter. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Dante, Randall.
Miss Torso. Miss Lonely Hearts.
Rear Window.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And last one for the road. Sammy Jenkins.
Oh, Memento.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
What was
4,
that? Was that 10? So Joey made it
7,
close at the end.
9. I have 5,
Yeah,
10,
go ahead.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56 for Mark.
Yep.
Plus that 0 in the first round, which we're not going to
Yeah. That's right.
No, that's
And
counting.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51 for Joey.
Yep, that's what I
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 for Karen.
Wait, what did Mark have?
56.
56.
Oh, fuck. I could have beat him. Damn it.
Yeah.
I wasn't
you were
even paying
close.
attention.
You could have.
Rear window clinched it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a blowout.
Yeah, the rear window thing. Yeah, it was blowing
Well,
out. And then,
Yeah, the 10-pointer that you guys got for that we all kind of said at the same time. I don't know
Yeah.
which one that was. That one closed the gap pretty good.
Karen,
That was fun. We have to figure out a different way to make it all at the same time.
Well,
since
this
we're all-
is
So I
how
like
we
that one.
this is how we do it, and I
Yeah.
think we should probably just do this next week. We promised we were going to do a Hangouts. I think we should do a Zoom Hangout, and then that's how
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we'll be able to
like
see it. So I think
I like
next.
the one that's oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You'd like the one
I
what?
was just gonna say I like the games where if you can't where it's speed versus luck of which question you get. Like you basically eliminate some of the
Poor thing.
question. Well, I'm just saying it makes it more.
I want the rules to
Balance.
favor me.
And I'm not saying
I want the
make it
fastest
favor
fingers
everybody.
possible. No.
Well, no, it
so-
does make it more about what you know and not how lucky
Luck of the
you are
draw.
with questions.
Yeah.
Because that's
So
like
ne-
in that
so-
first round. That was a big.
So
that was,
next Sunday, we're gonna do a Hangouts. We'll push back our podcast an hour if that's okay with you guys to 12
That would
o'clock
be
for us to meet.
wonderful.
Preferable.
Because that'll be exact middle of the day. And then we'll do our whole trivia thing. But we're also going to record our podcast as well. So that'll be podcast / video.
What day is that?
Next Sunday.
Sunday.
So next Sunday's
That's Father's Day, by the way.
Oh, wait. So then never mind.
Yeah.
We're probably not doing an episode at all.
Yeah.
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 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we could.
I mean, I'm available.
Yeah,
I mean,
Let's say,
like
Karen and I got time.
Actually, if we keep it at the regular time, then we can do it. Mark, are you gonna be doing something in the morning?
I don't know what we're doing, but I'm sure podcasting will be more fun than whatever they have planned, which is likely nothing.
Or
Just,
Holly?
just
All right,
play
so-
this. Just
so-
play this during the week for them, and they'll make sure of it.
Okay, so regular 11 o'clock tomorrow. Next
Whoa.
Sunday, 11 o'clock, live hangouts. We're doing trivia and just talk of stuff too.
All right. Bring
and
your
that'll be
A game,
next
bitches.
Sunday.
Yeah, Mark. I'm not the one who has to watch Artemis Fowl this week, so
You already did, didn't you?
yeah.
You said, yeah. So
Yeah, so what's the difference?
yeah.
He has to watch where people are going to probably enjoy it and fake enjoyment. I was able to hate it.
What's the difference if Bruce Springsteen?
I don't
is
feel like
supposed-
Mark lies to his kids about his opinions on
No,
movies.
yeah, no.
could-
No.
And you're probably right. Dad, this movie's great. You're an idiot.
Mhm. That's more like it.
Let me explain to you why you're wrong.
Joey, where can they follow you?
At Joey Magazine, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. It's social media. It's where everyone spends time as opposed to real life.
Nice. Mark, where can they follow you?
Mark likes movies. You jackass.
Doesn't like movies.
Marks get 0 points in round 1.
Oh,
And still wins the game.
yeah. Karen, where can they follow you?
I am at Karen M. Peterson on Twitter and Instagram.
All three of you give me a movie to add to the catalog right now.
Jerry Maguire.
Is that not there?
Battle of Algiers.
I don't know.
Oh. Wait, it may not be. Let me
I haven't seen it come up, so I don't know.
see. Hold on. You said Jerry Maguire,
I did.
and it is not there. All right, so that's
Boom.
That's Karen's pick. Joey?
The Battle of Algiers.
That's actually on the list to be added.
Oh, then I'll go
I
again.
requested it.
Cool.
no, but that's fine because now I can take it off the list. So it just
Yes, now
Quick,
please
quick,
do.
quick,
I'm
quick.
saying, like, that's a good thing. It needs to
Oh.
get in there because I need it.
Love that movie.
So good.
wait, Karen. You said Jerry Maguire. Hold on.
Did.
I love Karen's pick too.
All right.
Mark, don't fuck this up. We're all loving each other's picks.
Battle of Algiers is all right. It's added to the queue, and Mark Johnson.
Let's do the third man. If you don't have that in there.
I think we do.
Really?
I think Mark requested it.
I think he's requested it before.
Yeah, I think-
Probably.
let me see. Hold on. Third
Okay.
man. Third man is. Oh no! It's in the queue, but never got added. So yep. So now I will add it in this.
Yeah, I'll
slot.
just keep saying it until I can confirm that it's
So you see it.
That's right.
Third man. All right. I am starting the process. You'll see it pop up, and then you guys have to rate it because you're supposed to be rating stuff.
I mean, they're all 4-star movies, so I'm in.
Third man is 3.5.
I was being generous.
So is Jerry
Yep.
Maguire, actually.
Third man is one of
Lies.
the all-time great movies ever made. So stop it. It's a 5-star film.
Third man tagline: hunted by men, sought by women.
Sounds like my life.
Yep.
I wonder if I like it.
Jerry Maguire's
Yeah, but
was
with pitchforks.
Jerry Maguire's was everybody loved him, everybody disappeared.
What?
Really?
That's the
That's
tagline.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
then-
a great tagline. for
That-
That
amazing
sounds
movie.
so ominous.
I know.
Yeah.
The Battle of
I
Algiers
mean, it's
is
accurate.
the Battle of Algiers is the revolt that stirred the world.
Also accurate.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming soon to a top 10 near you.
Yeah.
User predictions and user lists are almost done. We are doing testing on it this week. So what's going to happen is hopefully, or not hopefully, the game plan is we're going to give you themed lists for the day, and then you'll be able to make a list and then add it to your profile page. That should be done. So then we'll be able to be like, Martin Scorsese, here's all his movies, and then you rank the list and it goes to your profile.
I'm into it.
And then,
That's cool.
then Mark bitches and moans about it for
And then
all
Mark can finally
time.
not put it on Facebook and put it on somewhere where we can benefit.
Yeah, or people will read it. You know what I'm saying?
People who are not his friends and family.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. You can follow me at Award Circuit. Download us on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, Spotify. Go to awardcircuit.com for your entertainment news. And predictions are up there. No more hub.awardcircuit. Well, it's not no more. It's there, but it will be a redirect soon. So enjoy it while you can. But it's all outdated because all the new stuff is on the actual site. So that's what you need to pay attention to. I'm Clayton with everyone this week. Whatever movies are out, watch them. We'll see you at the movies.
Take care.
Bye.
Circuit Breaker is brought to you by awardcircuit.com. Just plug in.